Beat Hogs Production Company. Beat Hogs Production Company.
Good evening. We are live with the Rick T Podcast with me, your host Eric, aka Slick, aka Rick, your other host T Cave, aka T Cave 22, aka Big T, aka Tony. And we have another very special guest, very good friend of ours. Boy's name is Jello Rexroad. He was on a couple episodes back.
Yo.
How you guys doing tonight, bro? How you guys feeling?
Good. How about you?
I'm good, man.
Hell yeah.
Just chilling. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support. I know y'all like those commercials that was playing, because I know I did. So, fuck. It is Saturday. I just watched my Oregon Ducks, get a dub. And Dallas has a bye. It couldn't be a better weekend for me, boys.
Go Ducks.
Sko Ducks. Sko Ducks, y'all heard it.
Go Ducks.
Sko Ducks.
Go Ducks.
That's just the way we're rocking on this show tonight. So, guys, the title of this show is What the Fuck, starring What the Fuck and What the Fuck.
What the fuck?
That's the name of this show. What the Fuck, starring What the Fuck and What the Fuck.
What the fuck?
Dead ass.
What the fuck?
We're gonna get right into it just because this was a good Thursday night game. It was a 6-3 Colts at the 6-3 Titans. The Colts came out on top, 34-17. Jello, we'll go ahead and start with you just because you're the only one out of us three that bet on Tennessee. So, what do you think of that game?
I mean, that did not go the way I thought it was. I thought Tennessee was gonna come out firing. Colts defense going to collapse. That shit did not happen. I mean, but for the Colts though, it was like a one-man game with Mr. Naheem Hines out of nowhere. Man just started balling out. But Tennessee's special teams also, look like the Jets and or Cowboys this week. So, I mean, they had the lockdown on them. Brown only got 21 yards. That was a big factor there. Henry did all right, but not his usual self. So, man, I was bummed, that's for sure. I lost a good chunk of change with that one, too.
Ooh, he said he put a bag on that game, boy.
Straight up.
I'm gonna go ahead and handle this one next. Colts 6-3 at Titans 6-3. Colts won this one 34-17. This was the Thursday night game, man. I don't really have much to say on this. Me and Tony called the Colts. It's time for you guys to start riding mine and Tony's wave. I get we're wrong about a couple things, but the big things that we say on this show, and I'm not saying anything is wrong about what Jello's saying. I'm saying me and Tony are dead ass right when we're talking about defenses. When we said that the Steelers defense was the best in the league, week fucking, what was it, like 4? Nobody believed us. Ian was on this show doubting the hell out of us, laughing. Now look at them. They beast. I said watch Miami's defense. They're 2-0. They're the shit. And I also said watch this Colts defense along with Tony, and look at them go. That defense is the truth, man. I don't know, 34-17, it kind of was a statement game for them, I feel, against a good team. It wasn't really close, and I think they're a contender more than the Titans right now. So, Tony, what do you think about this? Colts 6-3 at Titans 6-3. Colts came out on top 34-17.
Like you said, we called it. There's nothing else we can do to say. But I do want to say, what's up, Jay? How you doing?
Who dat?
Thanks for tuning in tonight.
Appreciate
you.
All right. Yeah, and I do want to also tell the chat, drop some comments. Go ahead and put yourself in a chance to win a free Rick T podcast t-shirt, sponsored and signed by your hosts. Well, you know what? We'll go ahead and ship it to Jello and get him a fucking special guest signature on there. We'll get it fucking lit, bro. We'll go ahead and send that shit right out to you guys. So go ahead and drop some comments tonight. We'll pick our favorite guests, our favorite chatter, and we'll go ahead and pick them and send it out. But we're going to go ahead and go right on into the Sunday games. We'll start tomorrow morning at 11. We'll here at 11 since we're in Colorado. Tony, we're going to start with you on this one. We'll come right back to you. Texans 2-6 at Cleveland 5-3. What you got on this one?
I'm taking Texans. Ever since Cleveland lost OBJ, they haven't been the same. Lil J, you gotta show up consistently first before you get one of yours on. So that's all I got to say to that. But I'm taking Titans.
FaceTime me after the podcast, Shay. I gotta show you something, and you guys stay. I gotta show you guys something too. My girl made something for all three of y'all.
All right.
But you said you got Texans.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a little thrown. Jello, we're coming at you. Texans 2-6 at Cleveland's 5-3. Who you got?
I mean, this is my hype game. Gotta go Texans. Stop hating on Will Fuller. Man is in his bag and he's rolling with it. I mean, Cleveland's got no Nick Chubb, no OBJ. I mean, trash is trash, but now that trash is on fire. So Houston, no doubt, they coming back. So.
Bang!
Yeah, that was a little bold. Let me check something before I fucking go ahead and talk my
What
shit.
you talking about?
So,
Check chat.
I've been here every week, motherfucker. What are you talking about, Jalen? I just said to FaceTime me after this. I have something to show you. Shoot him. No, I'm just playing. All right, so Texans 2-6 at Cleveland's 5-3. Both the boys got Texans. I'm going Cleveland. one thing you guys may not know about this, and it's one thing you guys may not know, but I do. Nick Chubb is back. He's healthy as a bird. He's healthy as a motherfucker. My fantasy stats are saying he's a high RB1 this week. He was practicing without his knee brace. That's how good he's feeling.
I don't think it matters.
Okay. Well, Texans 2-6 at Cleveland's 5-3. Man, I think they get the running game going with Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb. I think Baker Mayfield might do a couple read options, but that just might be my mind still in the college mode tonight. I don't know. But yeah, I got Cleveland honestly by a long shot. I'm saying by 21.
Wow.
Cleveland by 21 tomorrow.
Wow.
Mark my words, chat. Mark my words. See, even Lil J said Nick Chubb is back. He's back. Everyone knows that offense is a running offense when they got their boys. And they didn't have their boys. Odell was going off. Now they don't got Odell. What are they going to do? Nick Chubb's back. Just hand it right to him, boy. But we're going to go on right to the next game, boy. I'm going to start with this one. Washington 2-6 at Lions 3-5. I'm still stuck with the Lions, bro. I'm telling you, I bet on them one time. And they really let me down, and it's thrown me off ever since. So I can't even bet with them. I'm going Washington. They're 2-6. They're in my team's division, and I still think they're gonna pull this one out by like 3-7. I'm not gonna go big with this one, but I think it'll be a shit fest. I think Washington comes out on top. Jello, Washington 2-6 at Lions 3-5. Who you got in this one?
I'm going Detroit. I mean, this is my big thing with it. Is looking at Washington last week, look what happened to Kyle Allen. Look what's happened to Alex Smith for that team. They got no line. Yes, McLaurin's balling out, but that one man ain't going to win you that game. Defense is good. I mean, but I think Detroit's going to pull this out. Again, nothing close. Probably 21-17, I'm guessing.
Okay. Tony, Washington 2-6 at Lions 3-5. Who you got?
I'm going to take the underdogs, Washington. I do want a clarifying question yet. I didn't get a chance to look it up today. Who's starting for Washington at QB?
I want to say Alex Smith. I truly do.
Yeah, I think they're keeping Haskins on the bench, but I'm not sure.
I think it's Alex Smith.
Okay, so I think it's the comeback story time. As much as I've been dogging on Alex Smith, I think he balls out. I really do. Against the Lions defense, they've been getting hung some serious points on them. So, I'm going with Washington.
Before we go on to this next game, I want to point out the funniest shit to me. I became affiliate a couple weeks ago, and Jalen just spammed caps, and my Nightbot called his ass out. Which is like my spam, like not my spam, but it's like my little bot for my stream. He said, "I'm not scared. Stop spamming caps. Warning." Jalen didn't even reply. His ass was like, "Fine." I just thought that was the funniest shit, bro. I seen that in the chat and I was like, "Whoa, my bot just went hard, bro." He got pissed. Stop sleeping on Jarvis Landry. It's a Nick Chubb show now. Next game, Jello, we'll start with you on this one. Should be pretty easy. Jaguars 1-7 at Packers 6-2.
Gotta go Packers all day. I mean, Packers looking good. They're getting their team back. I think Aaron Jones is playing this week again. So,
I believe so.
I mean, something to look forward to. But I don't think Jacksonville's to be put on the back burner, especially after how they looked last week. But once again, rookie quarterback. I mean, you got DJ Chark out there. You got a rookie running back. So, got to go Pack by 21.
Okay, I like it. I'll go this one. Jacksonville, 1-7 at Packers 6-2. As much as I want Jacksonville to win this so Dallas can have their draft spot, they're not going to. Aaron Rodgers is going to go the fuck off. Devontae Adams literally said the other day to Ocho Cinco on Twitter, because Ocho Cinco is a Madden adjuster, he commented at him and said, "I like the 97, but I'm coming for my 99 in a couple weeks." So bro, if you got that motivation, bro, like, he's going to do some dirty things on this trash-ass team this week. So I'm going to go ahead and go Packers by like 20. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept it somewhat close in the first half, but I just don't think they can keep this one close. So I'm going to go ahead and go Packers. Tony, Jacksonville 1-7 at Packers 6-2. Who you got?
As last week I said that I'm a Jaguars fan, right?
Yeah, you did.
I'm a Broncos fan first, but the Jaguars are close second, maybe third, because I got to root for the Rams. They're from LA. We've been over this.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I gotta go Packers, and I'm gonna go Packers by, I'm gonna say 14. I think DJ Chark's gonna score on a 20 plus yard pass. That's my prediction for the game. Just because I have him on my fantasy, that's my fantasy prediction for the game. So, Packers by 14. I think Aaron Rodgers goes off, and I think Devontae Adams has 2 touchdowns.
Oh, 2. I like it. I like that a lot. I'm going first on this next one. Next one, Eagles 3-4-1 at Giants 2-7. It's a divisional game for us. Eagles lead our division at 3-4-1. And I think it would piss everybody. I know my team's trash, so at this point I gave up. I just think it would make everybody else's fans in the world so mad if the Giants came and won this game and led the division at 3-7. I think that would piss everybody off even worse that the Giants were leading the division at 3-7 over the 3-4-1 Eagles, which is already ass. But, like, oh my God, bro. Like, it would be so embarrassing. But I think it would be funny. So I'm going to go ahead and go Giants in this one. Especially because I don't like the fucking Eagles. But I like the way the Giants have been playing, bro. Like I told you guys last week, they're on, like, a little roll. They didn't beat Tampa Bay, but then they came back and won their next one. And I think they're just going to keep that on a roll and go ahead and go for first place in this division this week. So I got Giants by 7. We'll go ahead and go to you, Tony. Eagles 3-4-1 at Giants 2-7. Who you got?
I'm taking the Giants. And I don't really want to say too much because there's one player on one of these teams that's coming up on discount smoke later. So I'm not going to say too much, but I'm taking the Giants.
I feel it. All right. Jello, Eagles 3-4-1 at Giants 2-7. Who you got?
Eagles. But I think it's going to come down to a game-winning field goal by Elliott. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's going to be a close game overall, but I just don't think the Giants have what it takes.
Really?
And a lot of teams out dropping for Lawrence or Fields. So this could be a team that's doing so. So I mean, Daniel Jones is inconsistent. He has some good games. He's got a lot of bad games. Almost broke Ryan at least 4 turnovers. So I think Eagles will pull this one out. Unfortunately, I think they're going to win that division as well.
I like it. Real quick. Sorry, boys. Next game, it is the last 11 o'clock game. And this actually should be a pretty decent one. Tony, we'll go ahead and start with you. Buccaneers 6-3 at Panthers 3-6. Who you got?
I'm going Buccaneers. Last week I said Cam Newton was a dog. He's a medium-sized dog. He's not going to be doing too much against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And Tom Brady's going to run all over that, or not run, pass all over that defense.
Are you talking about Teddy Bridgewater and the
Yes,
Panthers?
yes.
Same type of person.
Yes.
Literally same type of person. Teddy
exactly.
Teddy
not even close.
We know what you mean. Jello, Buccaneers 6-3 at Panthers 3-6. Who you got?
Gotta go Bucks, and I'm pissed because McCaffrey's out again, taking that badass hit to the shoulder.
I almost tried to trade for him.
As much as I want the Panthers to come out, I want Bridgewater to come break some records in this game and show Brady what Brady deserves at this point, but it's not going to happen. There's no way. Still, fuck Tom Brady, but he's still going to win. That's usually how that goes, so.
I feel it, brother. So we're going to go on to the 2 o'clock games. This first game is at 2:05. We'll go ahead and start with you guys first, since this is your team. Tony, we'll go ahead and start with you on this one. Broncos 3-5 at Raiders 5-3.
I have so much to say about this. This is always the biggest game of the year for the Broncos, the Raiders. And as much as people want to argue that, the Broncos and Raiders are one of the best rivalries in the NFL. That is just always a great game. But I hate to say it, I'm going to have to take the Raiders by 7.
Wow.
Whoa.
And the reason I say that is because the Raiders are impressing me this year, honestly. And I'm I hope I'm wrong. I hope this goes towards my record at the end of the week. I really do. But Raiders by 7, and I think Jacobs is the main factor.
Josh Jacobs, running back?
Yeah.
He's a beast.
Yeah.
Bad man. Jello. Broncos 3-5 at Raiders 5-3. Who you got on this one?
Denver. I can't go for the Raiders when they're playing the Broncos. There ain't no doubt about it. I'm going to go for my boys. They're going to win. Jacobs might have a good game, but look for our guys to have a bigger game. Bouyer's back off that concussion. We got some key players back. That's a big one. So, I mean, it's still Derek Carr. Derek Carr is Derek Carr. He's his brother, just a little bit younger at that point. So, I mean, yes, they got Jacobs, but everybody else is pretty much underperforming right now. So, I got Denver by 14. Look out for Judy. Judy going to come out with another breakout game.
Wait. Question.
You said Denver by 14?
No. Hang on. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking. Okay. So I have Marquise Brown or Jerry Judy at the flex this week against Eric's little brother Jay.
Ooh, you said who to
Do you think I should start Jerry Judy over Marquise Brown?
Yes. This is the big reason, though. This ain't just because I'm a Broncos fan. Look at Lamar Jackson's passing yards per game. Even when they're winning, he's throwing 170 yards, and his number one target is still Mark Andrews. So that's a big one. That could go either way, though. I could be wrong, but I think Judy, especially after that week, he had left over 100 yards at this point. Locke and him are connecting, so I think that's going to be the pick.
Jello, I hope you know right now I am making the switch. I am literally putting Jerry Judy over Marquise Brown. Hollywood Brown. New England defense ranked at 16th. Las Vegas ranked at 18th.
Yep. I think that's a good pick because this is the thing. They ain't going to run up on Judy the whole time. I mean, he's already mossed someone like 3 games into the season. I think that's the pick. Yards after the catch right there. I mean, I don't know. I have that gut feeling, and it's worked out pretty well so far.
All right, well, we're going to do that. Jerry Judy over Marquise Brown. Jello's calling it this week. Let's see if he's right.
Jay said Derek Carr's butt, and Tony, he's going to whoop that ass, is what he said. And he said, please make that change.
I already made it, Jay. I already made it. I'm not here, Broncos fans. I'm not here to talk that shit tonight. I'm here to talk sports. If you want to talk that shit, you still got 2 minutes to text the fantasy chat before the end of curfew, boy.
DeLon said, Slick Rick, I'm coming for you this week. And I'm so glad it's my turn to speak now because I'm going to fucking roast this dude. I've been waiting to say this all week, and I said it to Jalen earlier. So, Broncos 3-5 at Raiders 5-3. Honestly, I like the Broncos. I like the team they have. It's young, it's up and coming, but they're not going to beat the Raiders right now. So I got Raiders. I got Raiders by 10. It's not going to happen. It's going to look kind of like an ass whooping, but it won't be an ass whooping. You know what I mean? Like, you guys just won't be able to hang. I'm sorry to say it. It's just the way the Raiders are right now. But anyway, back to DeLon. He said, Slick Rick, I'm coming for you this week in fantasy. Nigga, maybe because you literally traded one of your best friends for Aaron Jones for 3 backups right before the trade deadline when you're playing rank 1. When you're playing rank 1. The week you're playing rank 1, your best friend in the league fucking trades you his best running back, and he hasn't done no trades all year. And he trades him to you for 3 backups. And you think that's not like a I'm not gonna say even a cheating thing, but like a bullshit scheme? Like, let me beat this number 1 and then I'll give you your player back. Or you let me get this player and I'm gonna smoke you out. Young kids, man, that was dirty. You know what? And that's truly what I told Tony the other day. There's so many people in this fantasy league this year that fucking ruined it for me this year. Like a couple years ago, there was a couple people that ruined the shit, and you're one of them, motherfucker. You're one of them. You're one of them doing that dirty shit. You, Jay. I should name them all the fuck out. I'm not even gonna do it.
That's the sneak peek at Discount Smoke.
Guys, so we talk to our friends when it comes to trading. No shit. Like I said, you give me your number one back and I'll smoke you out. I had to beg him. I didn't even scheme. I know shit. You begged him and then told what? Next game. Next game. We're gonna move on from that, boys. You know how I feel. You guys. Whatever. I'm gonna start off with this one. Chargers 2-6 at Dolphins 5-3. Now, I've been betting on the Dolphins for a long time. I don't think I've ever not bet on them since we've been doing the podcast. Or maybe I have. Tony gives me stupid trades all the time. For my best players, though, that's the thing. Is like we might do stupid trades, but not for our best players.
Yo, what? I give you stupid trades all the time? You don't respond to any trades, motherfucker.
Hey, let's keep it going. This dude's just trying to he's just trying to talk his shit. No fame. But I've been betting on the Dolphins all year, and I've been also betting on Justin Herbert all year. But I really feel Justin Herbert's better than Tua, so I'm going Chargers in this one by 10. I think the Chargers are gonna knock the Dolphins off their little winning streak that they're on. I think they're gonna kind of expose the Dolphins' defense for what it could, should, probably is. So I'm gonna go Chargers by 10. Go Ducks is what Tony's saying. You already know. Go Ducks. Can't bet on my boy Justin Herbert like that. Tony, we're coming to you. Chargers 2-6 at Dolphins 5-3. What you got?
Go Ducks. I'm going Chargers. I think Herbert puts up fucking 270 passing yards, and I'm going Chargers by 14.
Ooh-wee. I'm telling you, the Dolphins might get cracked this week. They don't. Herbert's the truth. It's not even like the team. It's literally just Justin Herbert.
Go, dog.
They start going all crazy. Jello, coming to you. Chargers 2-6 at Dolphins 5-3. What you got?
So to agree with you guys,
You going with LA?
Nah, I'm going Miami all day. If they can do what they did to the Rams, you can bet your ass they can do it to the Chargers. I mean, what? They won one game with Herbert. I'm not saying Herbert's not good, but they're about to catch that smoke from Miami, no doubt.
Woo.
We're going to go Tua right now.
It says go Tua right now. That was hard. I like it.
Man, fuck Tua.
I think Tua's going to get his ass whooped this week, but we'll see on this one. Tony, we'll start with you on this one. Bills 7-2 at Cardinals 5-3. This should be a good one, too. You know what? I'll start. I'll go ahead and start this one. Bills 7-2 at Cardinals 5-3. I really put some thought behind this one, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Bills. The Bills impressed me the last couple, maybe not the last couple weeks, but when they beat the Seahawks, they really impressed me. That offense was rolling, that defense was rolling. So I think if they can do that to the Seahawks, I think they can hang in this one with the Cardinals. And the record and the points proved it. So I'm gonna go Bills by 7. Jello, we'll come to you on this one. Bills 7-2 at Cardinals 5-3. What you got?
I mean, I got to go Bills on that. I mean, they're looking good. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy whatsoever. I think it's going to be like 3 to 7 points maybe, but I think the Bills are going to pull this one out. I mean, there's weaknesses on defense on both ends. I think Arizona's got a stronger defense, but right now I think the Bills have a stronger offense. So I think that's what's going to win for them, especially after what they did to Seattle with a lesser defense, though. So that's why I think it's going to be close this week.
I feel it on that. I like it. I fuck with the take. Tony, back to you on this one. Bills 7-2 at Cardinals 5-3. What you got?
I'm taking Cardinals. I don't think the Bills defense is going to be able to lock down Kyler Murray, honestly. And with DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald, and honestly, give me another wide receiver. I know they have multiple.
You said DeAndre Hopkins, Larry Fitzgerald.
Christian Kirk.
He's been killing it this year.
Dan Arnold is a solid tight end.
Yep.
Andy Isabella. They got Kenyon Drake.
I don't think Kenyon Drake's going to play this week. No. I don't think he's going to play this week.
Wow. That dude's a fucking injury-prone back. He was
so they already said that with Drake, though. They said he might play, but they're going to do...
He's a game-time call. He's a game-time call.
It's going to be 50-50 snaps if he plays, though. That means he will get no more than 50% of the snaps.
Hey, you guys know who's not a game-time call, though?
Who?
Nick Chubb. He's healthy, baby. Let's go. Fuck you, Ron. I hope he runs all over your bitch-ass team, motherfucker. He's going to kill you. He's going to kill it. Let's go. Next game. I'm going to go ahead and start this one off as well. Seahawks.
Zig, watch your mouth.
Yeah, Zig, watch your dang mouth. Talk like that on stream. That's his dog, ladies and gentlemen. Seahawks 6-2 at Rams 5-3. I think this will be a good one. I don't think the Rams can hang with Russell Wilson. He's coming off a loss. I know he's mad. So I'm gonna go ahead and go Seahawks by 14 in this one. I think he's angry, and I think that team's gonna show what they can do. And that's over the 5-3 Rams. Like I've been saying at the beginning of this year, the Rams are not it. They're fake. But yeah, I'm gonna go Seahawks by 14. Tony, Seahawks 6-2 at Rams 5-3. Who you got?
You know this is hard for me, right?
Yeah, it's fantasy versus hometown.
Fantasy versus Birthtown.
Oh.
Fantasy versus Birthtown. I'm gonna have to go fantasy on this one, honestly. I'm gonna go Russell Wilson, and I'm saying he's putting up 300 yards.
Woo!
300 yards, and DK Metcalf shits on the Rams defense. Absolutely takes a dookie on them in the end zone. I don't care how good they're playing this year. They haven't seen a monster like DK Metcalf. Every game he's showing me that he's better than fucking Davante Adams. Every game so far. So this is the week. Davante Adams is talking shit. DK Metcalf is ready to go off. I'm taking Seattle by... I'm going to say 17.
Ooh, I like it. I guess 14, 17, same price range. I like it. Jello, Seahawks 6-2 at Rams 5-3. What you got on this one, bro?
Gotta go Seattle. My boy Dangerous. I mean, that was a rough game last week, but we'll just leave that behind us. But I don't think this is DK's game. He's gonna have a tough matchup. There's no way they're not playing Jalen Ramsey on him. That's gonna be man to man. I feel like all game they really ain't gonna play zone with DK. So look out for Lockett, my boy Lockett. 2+ touchdowns. 120+ yards.
Oh, he thinks Lockett has one of his big games. Before I get to you on this one, Tony, real quick. You just might have said the coldest nickname for Russell Wilson that I never heard. Dangerous.
Yep.
That's clever as a motherfucker, dude. I've never heard that. I don't know why I've never heard that, but that was dope. Tony, what you got to say on that one?
I get Jalen Ramsey is fucking a great cornerback.
Doo-doo.
But here's the thing. DK Metcalf is being compared to Megatron.
I said it first.
Okay.
You guys told me I was
No. I don't agree with it. But if everybody that I see on fucking social media is comparing DK Metcalf to Megatron, Jalen Ramsey is a high school cornerback at most compared to him. He is going to get burned. He is going to get absolutely shit on. DK Metcalf is huge. Jalen Ramsey is decent sized. That's all I got to say. He's going to be getting mossed all game. Jello, I want to bet 50 push-ups on this.
Heard.
50 push-ups.
Heard.
That's 50 push-ups.
50 push-ups.
Jalen said, Tony, what the fuck? Jalen is a fucking animal, and it's going to be a great matchup. That's a bold statement, DeLon says as well. Very bold. That's Jalen. I mean, hey, that's why we're here, right? Follow up. I'm telling y'all gotta start believing in it. We don't say this shit to be stupid. We're not Ian. Like, fuck out of here. We're gonna go with the next game. I'll go ahead and start with you on this one, Jello, because this one's gonna start some blood in the chat. I know it will. 49ers 4-5 at Saints 6-2. What you guys got?
Saints all day. Breeze gonna have another 4+ touchdown game. I mean, look at last game. It got to the point it was so boo boo. They're like, let's throw Winston in. Let's watch Winston not throw a pick and have a higher QBR than Brady for the first time ever. They got Taysom Hill. They got a lot of good players back. Sanders, Thomas, Jared Cook. You got Traquan Smith. You got Kamara in the backfield. I mean, San Francisco ain't got no chance. If the Packers could do that to them, Saints are going to double it up. I called that game once. I'll call this game again. No less than 17.
Damn! No less than 17. He said New Orleans. Who that nation? Jalen says. I knew that was going to stir it up. Who that nation? Tony. 49ers 4-5 at Saints 6-2. What you got?
First of all, you know I'm always about that fantasy advice. Always about that fantasy advice. And when Jello makes bold statements, I tend to agree.
Jello's good at fantasy too.
He is. So, Jello, I'm going to ask you right now a really good question. And I know the answer that Jay's going to say, but I want to hear what Jello's going to say. Should I start Drew Brees, who has had a great season so far, but has had 2 inconsistent games? Or should I start Watson, who for the past 4 games has been very consistent, put up the same amount of numbers?
They play Cleveland. You guys don't think Cleveland shit either. So.
I mean, you still got to go Breeze at that point. I mean, you're playing 2 shit defenses. I mean, at that point, you got to go Breeze. You got to look at weapons though. I mean, yeah, they got a couple on Houston's side, but I mean, it's Brandon Cooks for the Texans. You got Will Fuller, who's been consistent. Brandon Cooks has one big game overall. They got Kenny Stills still in the backroom, who came from the Saints and hasn't done shit since he got to the Texans. So I mean, you still got to go Breeze though. That's why I'm starting Breeze. I'm starting Breeze over Jared Goff, no doubt. And so
okay.
that's Jared Goff against the Seahawks, but I still got to go Breeze, man. There's too many weapons.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start Drew Brees. This isn't my other league, obviously. This isn't a different league. This is from my money league that I got going on. So that's a very important question to me. But after hearing Jello talk, he's pretty confident in the Saints. Jay is pretty confident in the Saints always. I'm going Saints by 14.
Not really much to say about that one. Honestly, I'm not going to say much on this one. This one's going to be an ass whooping. Like Jello said, if they let Green Bay do that to them, bro, imagine what the Saints are going to do. Did you see what they just did to Tampa Bay last week? And that could have been like a vengeance thing. I don't know. Everyone was all hyping the Saints up and Tampa Bay up and shit. That could have just been like anticipation. But dude, the Saints are going to whoop the dog shit out of these dudes, bro. It's not going to be funny. It's not really going to be a game to watch. It's not going to be a challenge for New Orleans. They're just getting an easy ride at this point. So I got Saints by 14. Next game. Jesus, another one. Jello, we'll start with you on this one. Bengals 2-5-1 at Steelers 8-0.
Gotta go with the hot take. Gotta go Bengals on this one. Pittsburgh almost lost to a XFL quarterback, man. And they won at the last second. They almost blew that shit. Pittsburgh is not a solid team. They played a bunch of shitty teams. Bengals looking hotter right now. Look for T. Higgins out there. Pittsburgh is going down. Oh,
wow, that was probably the hot take of the show. I'm not even going to front with you. Tony, I'll let you get this one because you got something to say. Bengals 2-5-1 at Steelers 8-0. Go.
Dude, Jello, hold on 1 fucking second. You hold on a motherfucking second, okay? Let me talk to you for a second. That is absolute nonsense. Nonsense. I don't want to hear that anymore. I get that Dallas had a good game, XFL quarterback, so on and so forth. Let me tell you right now,
XFL quarterback or not, no way Steelers were going to lose that game. No way. I'm telling you right now, Steelers defense is real. We've seen it before. I called Eric and told this mid-game. You've seen Ben Roethlisberger get smacked and get pissed off, got a little minor injury. They taped it up. He comes back and wins. I saw two announcers say the same thing that night. Two announcers for ESPN that said the same thing that night. We've seen it, Ben Roethlisberger come back from a minor injury and kick ass. They came out and underestimated him in the first half because they are absolute dog shit. So then they came back and made that comeback, and there's no stopping them. I'm predicting that the Steelers go 9-0 this week. 9-0.
Wow.
I got to throw something back at that. Not only did they did it with an XFL quarterback, my prediction was right with Zeke under 58 yards. So that was without Zeke. It was no feed me. I mean, the Steelers, yeah, they got Minkah Fitzpatrick. They got TJ Watt. They got some solidness on both sides of the ball. But, I mean, when you look back at it, I mean, they won a lot of close games with teams they shouldn't have. The Broncos almost came back on them and won, too. So you got to think about that.
No. What about the Titans? What about the Titans and the Ravens?
Didn't the Titans lose by a kick?
Titans, okay, it's still a win. A W is a W.
But it's still close. That's what I'm saying. This is why I think it gets.
You can have close games. This isn't fucking college football where you see a lot of muff kicks. Yeah, we've seen some muff kicks this year. But if you have a good kicker, that's what he's there for. He's there to win you games. But he's there to win you games and kick the ball into the end zone and make sure they don't run it back on you. I'm sorry. Steelers win this by 14, and I'm willing to put actual money on that game, and I'm probably going to on DraftKings.
This is what I'm saying. I'm not saying the Bengals are going to come out and destroy him and be some crazy game, but I think with the offense they have, I think this could be a killer game. I feel it could be one of those surprises. So we'll have to wait and see, but I'm feeling confident on that one.
Giovanni Bernard is their starting running back. Mixon's out.
Is it Mixon back this week, though?
No, he's out. I just got an update from my other league.
I still got to go Bengals out. I can't. I still got to go with Bengals.
Giovanni Bernard doesn't have what it takes to put the team on his back. He's not Marshawn Lynch. He's not out here doing Super Bowl commercials. He's not out here fucking saying, yeah, giving them Skittles and getting paid $1 million for that shit. He's not fucking Beastquake. He's like, I don't know what you want me to say anymore. This game is going to be so lopsided, and that's why I'm arguing this till I'm blue in the face right now. It's because I can't believe you'd say some fucking... yeah. But Eric, what do you got to say, bro?
First, Jalen said he's with Jello.
Jalen's been wrong on this show before.
That's very true. Bengals 2-5-1 at Steelers 8-0. After hearing that big argument, it made me think a lot. It made me, because I came into this thinking it was going to be the Steelers. And then Jello said that and explained himself, and it kind of pulled me that way. But then I fucking remembered what the fuck football was, and I remembered that I was a normal fucking person and not an idiot, and came to my senses and realized that the Steelers are going to smack the fuck out of the Bengals, bro. This one's over with. We've been saying from day one, Steelers defense. I don't give a fuck about the offense. I literally could care less about the offense. It's the defense, and the Bengals have nothing to threaten that defense. Not Joe Burrow, not Giovanni Bernard, not T. Higgins, not A.J. Green, whatever the fuck his name is. He's washed. No one
not
on
Tyler
that team
Boyd.
Man, fuck Tyler Boyd, old young ass.
You got me fucked up. That is a rookie.
Dude, it's going to be bad. I mean, I like your take, Jello. Definitely stand by it. But you're going to look like a psycho on Wednesday. You're going to look like a psycho. It's going to be like 38-3. So that was the last Sunday afternoon game. We're going to go to the Sunday night game. I'm going to start with this one. Sunday night. Ravens 6-2 at Patriots 3-5. Ravens by 10. This one's not really going to be a contest. The Patriots have kind of just been average all year. They're one game better than Dallas. Literally one game better than Dallas. They're not impressing me. Cam Newton's not impressing me. Bill Belichick's not impressing me. Nothing on that team is impressive. Besides maybe their playbook. Their playbook's a little different. But that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and say Ravens by 10.
Yo, I'm sorry, your Nightbot is cracking me up, bro.
Dude, who said did it again? Stop spamming symbols, horrible. That man, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with my Nightbot? Calm down. Seriously. It's like a pet, bro. You go get some food. Go lay down.
Like Ziggy, bro.
Go lay down.
Dude just wilds out.
For real. This nigga's snapping. Sorry about that, chat. Specifically, Jay. I don't know what this guy has against you. I don't know. But anyway, Jello, we'll come up to you with this one. Ravens 6-2 at Patriots 3-5. What you got?
It's got to be Ravens, no doubt. I think this is going to be a blowout, though. I mean, the Jets. We got to look at this, though. Newton's also facing that sore neck from taking that bad-ass hit from that rookie safety last week. But they haven't been there. I mean, Cam Newton's statistics show he just hasn't been there. I mean, he had one Tebow fourth quarter and won the game. But, I mean, it's not going to beat the Ravens. I mean, you can't beat that line. That's the one thing is with Ravens, and I get what you guys saying with Steelers, is defense, man. But the Ravens, I mean, Calais Campbell, Derek Wolfe, who's actually been healthy the whole year. That's going to be a big thing. I think this is going to be a crazy game. I give it Baltimore by 28.
I feel it. Okay. Damn, he said 28?
Yeah, all good.
He said
but I don't
whoop the hell out of him.
It's not going to be through the air. It's going to be rushing. That's my belief, though.
I feel it. I definitely feel that could be rushing. Tony, we're going Baltimore. Hell, I just lost my note. Okay, Baltimore 6-2 at Patriots 3-5. What you got on this
one? Obviously the Ravens. I'm baffled we're even having this conversation right now. This is one of those games you just kind of skip over. This game is going to be an absolute stomping. Ravens by 30.
Damn, 30? You said 28,
30.
You said 30? I said 10. I thought I was being bold by saying 10.
30.
Oh my goodness. What the f*** are you guys talking about, man? That's crazy. That baffles me. Damn. We're going to go ahead and start with you on this one, Tony. We'll come right back to you. Monday night game. This is the Monday night game, folks. And actually, I think this will be a good one. Vikings 3-5 at Bears 5-4. Who you got? Jalen goes, I am their biggest fan, bot.
He's not lying.
For real,
There's no lie.
Down.
No lie detected.
That shit cracks me up.
So here's go ahead and reset the teams and the score, please.
Vikings 3-5 at Bears 5-4.
I think Dalvin Cook runs all over Chicago.
You think so?
All over. Yes. I think he starts making his MVP campaign this week. I made a bold prediction and said that I could see Dalvin Cook finishing over Russ last week. That was pretty bold. Now I'm going to say that this week determines it. Russell Wilson's going up against a great passing defense. A great passing defense. But I think Dalvin Cook just absolutely stomps all over Chicago. I'm gonna estimate 150 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns.
Before we get started, I just want to go ahead and put what's up, Dabs way. And DeLon also said Chicago's defense is cold. I was talking shit earlier on Twitter to Oregon's defensive backs, and one just commented back to me. Shit, I'm weak. I called his ass out and everything. I said if Nick Pickett doesn't get his shit together, he's gonna get his ass roasted. He looks like he plays for Dallas. And he just liked it and goes, Nigga got ejected from the game for targeting.
Yo, call him out. Tell him to come on the show.
Nick, I actually fuck with you, bro. I was just there last year. Come on the fucking show. Explain to us what the fuck is going on in Oregon, man. Beginning of that game was ridiculous. So come on the show.
Tweet back to him right now.
Damn, and another one, bro. Another one that's literally opted out and about to go to the draft just told me to hush.
Oh, shit.
Yo.
This nigga.
Yo, tell him to come on the show. Let's get
look,
We need that.
Javon Holland, I also fuck with you too, bro. I want you to go to Dallas. Seriously, you might be one of these sorry niggas I'm talking about next year. Calm down. Don't need to tell me to hush. Just fucking get with the program.
Link the motherfucking
I'm
podcast
live right now.
and tell him
Come on.
to pop in. Link the podcast right now and tell him to pop in. We talking about it right now.
That's crazy. These dudes, bro. This dude said Javon Holland literally tweeted and said Wazoo looking elite in this past game. Read your keys, boys, because he's a defensive back. He opted out because he's going to the draft this year. I commented and said, Nick's going to get his ass clowned if he doesn't do something. Boy, looks like he plays for Dallas. I got 5 likes. That's all I got on it. Like, it wasn't shit. And this motherfucker goes, hush up, child, please. Nigga, who you calling a child, young boy? I'm older than you, nigga. And you know I'm not supposed to say that word. I check myself. I'm older than you, boy. But that's so disrespectful. Don't talk to me like that. I'm calling it how it is. You see what channel I'm on. This is where it's at.
Home bitch. You can say that.
Come on here and talk your shit. Come on here and talk your shit. That's
discount
crazy.
Smoke, motherfucker.
I know. I should discount Smoke his ass, man. That's crazy, bro. Sorry, I was just looking at that for a second. Back to the shit.
Hang on 1 second. Jay, go ahead and start Jarvis Landry over Justin Jefferson, please. Please.
Who do the Vikings play? Oh, they play the Bears on Monday. So this is my honest opinion. I think Jarvis Landry is the new number 1 receiver in Cleveland, so I think he gets more targets than he ever will in his career. So I think there's a good chance he gets points. But my thing also is not even that the Vikings are doing good and that they get Justin Jefferson the ball, because they don't. But I just like evening my fantasy team out with what days they play on. So I like having a Monday player just in case I'm down by like 3 points. That way, like, I have a savior. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like a smart scheme thing. It's not even like a player points thing. It's just a scheme. But I would say go Justin Jefferson. But fuck it, do what you got to do.
Please.
Who else did I go to you guys? Did I go to you guys for that Monday night game already?
Jello.
Vikings 3-5 at Bears 5-4. Who you got on that one?
I gotta go Vikings. I mean, I can't give that to the Bears. My thing with this, though, I think Dalvin Cook has more scores than Nick Foles throws touchdowns that game. I mean, the Bears just aren't together, man. I mean, benching Mitch Trubisky in the end of things was not the right thing when he was 3-0. I said it last week. I'm going to say it this week. Nick Foles ain't the answer. They got no run game. David Montgomery's been barely making it. You got Allen Robinson. You got Mooney a little bit, but other than that, I mean, yeah, their defense is cold, but, I mean, it ain't going to beat Minnesota with the weapons they got, especially with Dalvin Cook now. So I think it's going to be a crazy game. So look out for that whole little touchdown scenario there. I think it's going to happen.
I like it. And we're about to go into some other shit real quick. Let me just go ahead and I dropped the podcast link to him.
On Twitter?
Yeah, I did.
Yo, tell me the tweet that they posted so I can go fucking talk shit too.
I'm telling you, just go to my Twitter. You'll see me comment on it.
No, I went to your Twitter and I couldn't find it. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second.
It's my replies.
Hush up, child, please. Come talk your shit in Hollywood, boy. Let's go.
Come talk your shit, buddy. You already know.
Come talk to us in chat.
Come talk your shit, Hollywood. Fuck out of here. Ain't no one hiding. We're right here. We was just talking our shit on live stream. I'm the biggest Oregon fan. I like you, but the way that you're looking at your boys is ridiculous. Them niggas play like doo doo, or those dudes play like doo doo. Sorry. And Jalen favored it. I like it. And so I got. Who'd you say you had on that one, Joe? I'm sorry, I was distracted.
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Who'd you have on that one, Tony? Minnesota.
Yeah.
Me as well. This one's a landslide. Minnesota. And Minnesota. And that was actually the Monday night game, so there is no more games. The team with the bye weeks this week were the Falcons, who are also 3-6. Dallas 2-7, Chiefs 8-1, and Jets 0-9. Those are the teams with the bye. Before we get into our new segment called Discounted Smoke, presented by TCave22 / hashtag Tony Cave. This one's all him, man. We're going to go ahead and get into Discounted Smoke. But first, I'm going to go ahead and run a little ad for you guys, man. I want you guys to enjoy a little commercial. So let me see what I can do for you guys. Give me a second. Give me a second. I believe it ran an ad. Did it run an ad, boys? Do you guys know?
It's not doing anything for me yet.
So I'm just sitting here looking stupid at the camera.
No, it is. Yeah.
It is started?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go grab a water. My throat dry as a bitch.
Alright.
That's why
I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Go ahead. That's why I ran an ad. I'm back. We here. I already know. The ad was short, but it was sweet. It was short, but it was sweet. It was short. I'm watching a wall, man. What the fuck? What do you mean I'm watching a wall, man? I'm right here. I'm sitting right here.
What happened?
Everyone back? You guys ready to chop it up again? Get back into it?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get right back into it, boys. So, this is Tony Cave's segment. I'm sitting right here. Oh my god!
Yes, sir.
Of Discounted Smoke, boys. Fuck you, Twitch. You can't fucking mute that. That wasn't the actual song. Yeah, boy. So Discounted Smoke. Let me go ahead and read this for you guys first, so you guys know what Discounted Smoke is. Discounted Smoke, presented by Big T, aka T Cave, aka Tony Cave. Discounted Smoke is a portion of the Rick T podcast presented and answered by your co-host T Cave, where he is given no free smoke, but maybe a little bit of discounted smoke about some players who he might think are a bust or who he might think might catch a dub in week whatever. So, Tony, this is all you. We're going to go ahead and start off with this. Who's paying their bills this week? Meaning, what player is going to ball out?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf. You think so?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I don't think it's going to be even close. I'm 100% positive DK Metcalf balls out. I don't care who's guarding him. It could be Deion Sanders. I don't care.
DK Metcalf's getting his rent paid on time. He's paying the bills, is what Tony's saying. So who's a little short on rent this week? Who's gonna be a little bust player this week?
Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. And here's why. Ever since he lost his weapon, he hasn't been playing the same. Yeah, he's playing okay. Perfectly fine with that. Whatever. But he lost OBJ, and there's no coming back.
I could say I agree with that. Who's got a fat paycheck coming their way at work this week? Meaning, who's got a future contract in their future player?
I'm going to go... this one was hard for me. This one was really hard for me. I'm going to say Lutton, the quarterback from the Jaguars. I think he gets signed to a team as a starter this coming offseason when Magic Minshew comes back. And that is a fat contract because going from a backup to a starting QB is a lot of money.
That's very true. It really is.
And I think this week is the week to prove it. So I know that's a bold prediction. That's what I'm here for. It's called Discounted Smoke for a reason. It's bold predictions every week. Non-stop.
Discounted smoke. I'm just playing. We're still going. Owners. They say there's owners. They say there's presidents. And they say there's CEOs. Meaning there's GOAT QBs. There's really good QBs. And then there's just average QBs. Got me?
Yep.
Who's the owner of the AFC? So who's the GOAT QB of the AFC? That sounds easy for me.
Let me hear your opinion first.
Pat Mahomes, no doubt. He's young. He's already got his contract. He's already got a Super Bowl. He's already got an MVP. He's got a future ahead of him still. So I would have fucking said Pat Mahomes easy. That guy's a beast.
All right, Jello, let me get your opinion on that.
I mean, I have to go Mahomes. Being the first person ever to have NFL MVP, Super Bowl MVP, and Super Bowl champion before he's 25. I mean, he did all this before a lot of quarterbacks even get in the league, or a year in, I should say. So, I mean, it's Mahomes, no doubt.
That's it. What do you got on this one?
This year, I'm going Big Ben. His team's undefeated for a reason.
That's not bad.
His team's undefeated for a reason. And Pat Mahomes is great. He made it to the Super Bowl. He won the Super Bowl. Yeah. So on and so forth. But let's talk about now. Let's talk about right now. Who's the better team? The Steelers.
That is true. So you think Ben Roethlisberger is the president of the AFC?
Big Ben.
Or the owner of the AFC?
Yes, sir.
So let me ask you, who's the owner, a.k.a. GOAT, of the NFC?
You cut out there for a second, brother.
I said, who's the owner, a.k.a. GOAT, of the NFC?
It's got to be Drew Brees. As much as I want to say Russell Wilson because he's on my fantasy team, Drew Brees is in first place. I'm taking first place on both sides of the conferences. I can't not. Drew Brees is playing out of his mind this year. He's old. He's still able to do it week in and week out. Russell Wilson, starting to piss me off. Not gonna lie, because he set this expectation really high at the beginning of the year, and then it dropped. He's had a lot of interceptions the past 3-4 games, so I'm going Drew Brees, and that's why I trusted Jello and put Drew Brees as my starting quarterback on my other fantasy league.
I agree. Do you disagree with that, Jello?
Not at all. I mean, especially after the last 3 weeks, gotta give it to Brees. So I agree with that all day.
Yeah, Drew Brees is a beast, definitely. So let me ask you, and I'm gonna try to change this up because I asked who's the top 3, but I'm just gonna go who is the best president in the NFC, meaning who is the best really good quarterback without being like a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Did
who's
you
the
say
really good?
NFC?
Yeah, in the NFC first.
Not great, but good.
Yeah, really good, but just not at that borderline great level yet.
I'm going to say Aaron Rodgers. He's not quite performing where Russell Wilson and Drew Brees are playing. But the last couple weeks, that's not true. So I'm going to say he's a good quarterback. He's making a good comeback for the year. The first couple weeks, he didn't really ball the fuck out, but he played well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like he's my good quarterback.
I like it. Jello, who would you say on that one, on the NFC side?
So I already put Rodgers in that great category. I mean, he makes bad players better. So it might be a surprise, but I got to put Bridgewater. I mean, I like what he's doing. He's not great. Don't get me wrong. He's not the GOAT, but Bridgewater is solid.
That's wild. I think that's crazy. Bridgewater. He got me 29 points in fantasy 1 week.
He got hurt.
Fucked me. You remember that, Tony?
Yes.
He fucked me.
Yep.
I would never say that. I don't know who I would say, to be honest. Borderline. I would probably say Kyler Murray.
Okay.
Like, he's really young, but, like, bro, people are scared as shit of Kyler Murray right now. Like, they can kind of key Lamar, because Lamar's, like I said in the beginning, he's a one-dimensional person. But my thing is Kyler Murray is crazy. Like, bro, he can run. He's fast as hell. He can throw. He's smart. Like, and he's short as hell too. Like, you're not gonna find him. So I don't know. I would say Kyler Murray. I think a couple more years doing what he's doing, and he might be in that great category. But he's just too young to put him there right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and go Kyler Murray with that really good quarterback, but not the best. Let me see. Who's the best quarterback, really good quarterback without being great in the AFC? We'll start with you on this one, Jello. Who do you think?
I mean, that's a tough one for sure. I mean, overall, when you look at it, I mean, I got to give it to Watson. His team's not winning, but in my opinion, it's not his fault. He's not great, but he's getting there. And overall, he's been pretty solid. So I think I got to give that to Watson.
Oh, okay. Tony, who's a really, really, really good quarterback in the AFC, but just not great yet?
So I think it comes down to the first 4 in the AFC. So in the AFC East, we have the Bills. In the AFC West, we have the Chiefs. In the AFC North, we have the Steelers. And in the AFC South, we have the Colts. Between those 4, I have to go with Phillip Rivers. I really do. He's not playing outstanding. He's playing very decent ball, but he's winning his division. And that's all they're asking for there in the Colts locker room. That's all they're asking for is someone who can compete. And he's doing that. He's getting them to the playoffs. Right now it is tied between the Titans. However, there's a huge difference between those 2 teams and the Texans and the Jaguars.
I agree.
So either way, I think they at least get a wild card and they make the playoffs. So without being really good, that's my quarterback choice.
I feel it, and I'm gonna kind of go opposite of you. I would say Tannehill. Like I like Tannehill.
Okay.
I really do like Tannehill. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, there's a really big difference between those two teams. Besides like Jacksonville and Houston, and like I see it in the Colts. Like I like Phillip Rivers, but Tannehill just like I don't know. He blows my mind every week, whether it's good or bad. He's always blowing my mind. You know what I mean? Like I just feel like he's a really good quarterback, but just not great yet. Like he still has a lot to learn for being a veteran. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I would have said Tannehill, but all really good guesses. Okay. I like all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
One more question for Discounted Smoke. I forgot to ask this one. Who is getting laid off at the end of this year? Who's going to lose their contract?
Jared Goff.
Ooh.
And I think it's because he's not performing at the level that he was a year ago. He's not putting up the same amount of numbers, and I think he ends up going somewhere where they just desperately need a quarterback. Maybe Washington. Washington definitely needs a good quarterback.
And they're not I can see him going there. Yeah, they're not going to get a decent one in the draft either.
Huh?
I said they're not going to get a decent one in the draft either because of their draft spot.
That's what I'm saying, is that they're probably going to end up not being able to draft a quarterback, so they're going to have to sign one once their contract is over, or they're going to have to trade for one. So it's definitely open. That's my prediction. So at the start of next NFL season, if that happens, you guys are going to have to listen to me for about 15 minutes talk about how I was right. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's all I got to say, brother. I appreciate you for letting me do a Discounted Smoke this week. It was really fun. Next week, I'm coming for a couple heads in specific. I didn't name drop somebody that I wanted to this week. It's a Dallas player. That's all I'm going to say for now. So tune in next week to hear about that.
Is it Zeke?
You know, I might tell you in between you and I, but I'm not going to say that on stream.
Off camera?
Off camera.
All right. I'll remember that because I'm going to be asking too. So now we're going to go into our next segment, tomorrow's topics today. We're going to kind of slide through these because a lot of these we've already kind of went over, so I'm not even going to ask. But I will ask this. So, Jello, we're going to go ahead and start with you on this one. After a 3-point comeback win over the 0-9 New York Jets, are Cam Newton and Bill Belichick clicking enough to get that 3-5 Patriots team into a playoff spot?
No.
No?
Nah. It's not going to happen. They're not clicking. Cam Newton's a running quarterback. Bill Belichick hates running quarterbacks. Tom Brady really never was that person. They're not clicking, and they don't have players. The play calling is, opposite from what Cam Newton wants to what he's getting, so it's not going to happen. They don't even have a chance at the wild card, no doubt.
That's what I'm saying. Tony, after a 3-point comeback win over the 0-9 Jets, are Cam Newton and Bill Belichick clicking enough to get this 3-5 Patriots team into a playoff spot?
Who's got the schedule?
I can pull it up.
Please do, real quick.
Are you trying to see who they play the rest of the year?
Yes, sir. I know they got the Jets, which is one win.
So let's see. The rest of the year, they play Baltimore tomorrow. And then they play Houston. And then they play Arizona. And then they play the Chargers. And then they play the Rams. And then they play Miami. And then they play Buffalo. And then they play the Jets.
I counted 2 wins, maybe 1.
Yeah, they're not getting it.
They're not getting into the playoffs. I'm sorry.
No, sir. No, hell no. After a 3-point comeback win over the 0-9 Jets, are Cam Newton and Bill Belichick clicking enough to get this 3-5 Patriots team into a playoff spot? I said no. One reason why is because I predicted the Jets to get their first win over New England last week. And to see them have to come back and get a 3-point win over an 0-9 team just shows me that not necessarily that New York is getting better, but that there's problems in that New England team. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be internal. So I don't know if it's a coaching problem or if it's a QB problem, but this deep into the season with those kind of personalities at those positions, being Cam Newton and Bill Belichick, I don't see them clicking. But honestly, this is a bold statement too. This is my last year. I think this is Cam Newton's last year as a starter. I think if he gets a contract next year or any years after that, it will not be as a starter, bro. Because he sat all last year and then comes in this year and plays just like a backup. Like, bro, he's built for a backup spot right now. So if he's going to get a contract next year, it's definitely for a backup spot. So that's my bold take. Cam Newton is either not going to be on the team next year or he will as a backup. He will not start or probably see the field next year at all. But no, I don't think that Patriots team is getting nowhere close to a playoff spot, especially in that division. That division's starting to get tough. Not with the Jets, but I'm saying like with the Dolphins balling out right now and with the Bills just dominating, like that's a tough division to sneak in anywhere. So that's not happening, bro. And I like this question is good. Jello, we'll start with you on this one as well. This year, who is your top 5 scariest wide receivers to play against if you were a cornerback? Go 5 to 1, 1 being the best.
All right, so I mean, number 5, I got Tyler Lockett. I mean, that's a big one because not only can he go the long ball, he can catch that 8-yard pass to the end zone. So I mean, that's a big one for me. Number 4, I got AJ Brown. Yes, he's been hurt. He had one bad game being this week against a lockdown corner. Every other game, he's just balling out 73-yard touchdowns left and right. Number 3, it's a tough one, but I gave it to Devontae Adams. I mean, he's picking it up. Once again, another person that's hurt, so I'm basing it off of how he's played. Number 2, DeAndre Hopkins. Man's going for the receptions. I mean, he's a killer no matter who he plays for. I mean, he could have freaking, who's Ian's favorite player? Johnny Manziel's quarterback, and he would still get those balls, man. He would still get those touchdowns. He's a receiver that makes quarterbacks better. And then it's got to be DK at number 1. I mean, that was a big thing out of Ole Miss. I don't know what they're doing down there, but, man, they can put out some good receivers. And as much as I wanted to put Lockett first, I had to put DK. And it's just size and ability at that point. Man's got giant hands. Man can jump. Man can run. I mean, my favorite play in the NFL ever right now is that chase down on Buda Baker. So
that was crazy.
he's the all-around. He's the Mahomes of wide receivers. He can do so many things that people don't know. You find one thing out, and he's got a new one for you. So
he's gonna be rich man one day. Tony, this year, who was your top 5 scariest receivers to play against if you were a cornerback? Go 5 to 1, 1 being the best. You want me to go?
No. 5's a lot, honestly. All right. 5. I'm gonna go DJ Chark. 4. I'm gonna go. Amari, I don't want to say that. I almost said it, but I don't want to say that. Oh, that's so hard, bro. Number 4. All right, I got you. Number 4, I'm gonna go.
Let me go. Let me just go. Let me give you some tips.
I don't know, bro. I don't want to make a decision.
Okay, so at 5, I got not a receiver but a tight end in Travis Kelce, bro. He's dangerous because of his size and his hands. He's a bad motherfucker. He's a beast. He's quick for a tight end, and his personality is hard to match. At 4, I got DK. It was hard to put him that low, but I only did that because Tyler Lockett gets just as many targets as him. So I don't think he he just eats up all the targets. At 3, I got Terry McLaurin for Washington. He's kind of young and he's slept on because of the team he plays on. But, bro, his routes are so crisp and he's so fast. It's just hard to play against him. At 2, I got Devontae Adams. I wanted to put him at 1, but I couldn't because he didn't really start popping until about week 7. So I can't really put him at 1. But the past 2-3 weeks, he's just been going ridiculous. So I put him at 2. And then at 1, I got Stephon Diggs. He's been doing well with his new team all year, and one thing you can depend on Stephon Diggs with is he's going to get his targets every game. They have a lot of receivers and a lot of different weapons, but he's easily their number 1, and it shows every game with the talent and the targets that he gets. So I got Stephon Diggs at number 1.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you gotta get versatile. Get crazy with it.
All right, so after hearing that, just to piss Eric off, I'm going to go with Devontae Adams at 5. And then I'm going to go Cooper Kupp at 4. And then I'm going to go with Devontae Adams at 3.
You put him at 5.
I changed my mind.
So
Just to piss you off. Devontae Adams at 3. And then I'm going to go Hopkins at 2 and DK Metcalf at 1.
Fucking DK, bro. I love him. Jalen said, fuck Diggs, no cap. Jalen hates Diggs. He hates Diggs because of what he did to the Saints on the Minnesota Miracle. So, this is also another good one. Tony, we'll start with you on this one. With the number 1 pick in the draft, no team in mind, would you take Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, and why?
Trevor Lawrence. I mean, we saw it what was it, last year or 2 years ago when they played in the Natties?
I believe it was last year.
Yeah, we saw it already. I mean, it's not a competition. It's not a debate. Trevor Lawrence already won. There's no argument. Trevor Lawrence already won that battle. He already proved himself.
Actually, it was 2 years ago. You're right. LSU won the national championship last year, so it was 2 years ago.
Thank you. Yeah, it was 2 years ago.
That was ridiculous, bro. Keep thinking about it. I can't wait till Oregon goes. Anyway, Jello, with the number 1 pick in the draft, no team in mind, who would you take? Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, and why?
I mean, in my personal opinion, I'd go outside quarterback, but if we're going between those two, it's got to be Lawrence. Fields is good, don't get me wrong, but Lawrence has earned it. I mean, like, no matter what he does from now on, I mean, he could lose every single game for the rest of the season. He'd still go first for what he's already done. So, I mean, there's no doubt it's going to be Lawrence. It's kind of been like the last 2 years. We already know who it's going to be before that person might have known who it was going to be. So,
I feel it. Definitely feel it. With the number 1 pick in the draft, no team intended, who would I take? Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, and why? Trevor Lawrence, this one's easy. I feel like his track record shows, like Tony said, he has a lot already under his belt that shows he's a winner, he's a champion. Justin Fields, not that he's not a winner or a champion, it's just that he doesn't have anything to prove for it. Like, literally nothing to prove for it. So I'm going to say T-Law, he's got a national championship. He's not injury prone. I don't think he's ever been injured. And for that, that's what you need for me to go number 1. And Justin Fields plays every game with a knee brace. So that difference right there is a big difference for me. So I'm going T-Law. Now we're going to go to our segment, Throwing Up a Change. And this is Throwing Up a Change because we're going to switch it up and talk a couple different sports. Not only NFL, we're going to talk NBA, we're going to talk MLB, we're going to talk college football. We're just going to mix it up and throw up a change in this. So we'll start with you in this one, Tony. First question. With the NBA draft on Wednesday, who is the number 1 overall pick and why?
Golden State already won the lottery.
No, I'm talking. They're not even number one. It's Minnesota.
Minnesota has it?
Yeah, Minnesota has it.
Golden State's 2 or 3.
They're 3, I believe. Yeah, 3.
3.
I'm talking what player is going number 1.
All right, Minnesota. Lonzo Ball. The hype is unreal. I've seen the most hype since Zion. Lonzo Ball's, no matter what team it is. That's why I didn't even know. Nuggets draft 22nd or 23rd. That's all I care about. So, Lonzo Ball goes first. Anthony Edwards goes second.
Anthony Edwards is a big boy, too. Galen says, Melissa, Mello. I know he meant to say Mello, but it spell corrected and it went Melissa.
Melissa!
Like,
Melissa, baby!
It's Melissa!
It's Melissa, baby!
Oh, no. Jello. With the NBA draft on Wednesday, who is the number 1 overall pick going to be and why?
I mean, I hate to say it, but it's going to be LaMelo. I mean, there's a bunch of players I think overall should go before him. A lot of European guys, too, balling out. But it's gonna be Melo. I mean, it's just going to be like last year. Everyone's like, oh, we don't know who it is. It could be this guy. No, we knew it was Zion. We know it's going to be Melo. I mean, I'll put every dollar I got to my name. It's going to be Melo. I mean, the Timberwolves got Russell, but they got D'Angelo Russell. They don't need a big guy, but he's going to go first, no doubt.
No, I feel that. I know, Bot's going crazy on him again. Snap.
Yes, sir. What were you thinking? Stop spamming emotes. Warning.
He's like, chill out, Bot.
Yo, he for real hates that boy,
For real.
man.
With the NBA draft on Wednesday, who's the number 1 overall pick going to be and why? DeLon says Anthony Edwards. He is good. But I'm also going to go with LaMelo Ball. Like Tony Angelo said, his hype is unmatched. And plus his talent with the hype, bro, you can't overlook it at all. It doesn't matter if you overlook his personality, you're going to see his talent. If you overlook his talent, you're going to see his personality. They both together, you're not going to miss him. I think he's the best out of all 3 Ball brothers. And he's obviously the best out of everyone in the 2020 draft. So I think he'll go number 1. Don't really care what team it's going to be. There could be trades. I don't really give a damn. It's going to be LaMelo Ball. All in agreement on that one. Melo balling on these hoes. Before today's games, we're talking college football now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into it. Before today's games, top 15 teams in the college football rankings. Number 1, Alabama. Number 2, Notre Dame. Number 3, Ohio State. Number 4, Clemson. Number 5, Texas A&M. Number 6, Florida. Number 7, Cincinnati. Number 8, BYU. Number 9, Miami. Number 10, Indiana. Number 11, Oregon. 12, Georgia. 13, Wisconsin. 14, Oklahoma State. And 15, Coastal Carolina. So the question for you, Tony, is who is the most surprising in that top 15?
I'm gonna have to say Oregon. I didn't expect them to be able to ball out after Justin Herbert gets drafted. They're shocking me, and I'm hopping on the bandwagon. So for anybody out there that's wondering, I talked to Eric today. I've been welcomed on to the Oregon team. Let's go, Dubs!
Go. He's officially an Oregon fan, so we're gonna get him
Go,
some shit. We're gonna get him on
Dubs!
the train, bruh. And we just got a dub tonight. Fuck Washington State. They be talking so much shit, bro. I'm not gonna repeat the top 15 teams, but Jello, who was the most surprising in the top 15?
Coastal Carolina, no doubt. Their last winning season was 2016. The last 3 years, they were 13 and 23. So I mean, it has to be them. I mean, every other team, within the last 3 years has had good seasons or great seasons or even better seasons. But you got Coastal Carolina. I mean, take a poll on how many people even know that college exists at that point.
Literally.
And then they come out here. They're 7-0 this year. 2016 they were 10-2. The way it looks this year, they could beat that. So I mean, and that's definitely surprising to pop up there when you got 14 teams that you know about, and then all of a sudden, bam, 15 Coastal Carolina. So no doubt.
I agree with that. Who's the most surprising team in the top 15 for me? I'm gonna go ahead and say Cincinnati at 7, just because they're ranked so high for one, and for two, no one really knows or really cares about this team. They had 2-star recruits uncommitting from their team and stuff at the beginning of the year, just because no one really thought they were gonna be anything. And now look at them, 10 weeks in, they're ranked 7, and they have a chance to be top 4. My thing is they're ranked 7, but the way they play, they're a top 5 team to me. They're easily better than. I was like, God damn. They're easily better than Florida and Texas A&M to me. So I think they should be in the top 5. And I wouldn't be shocked if they were in the college football playoffs by the end of this year, which is the top 4 teams. I really wouldn't be shocked if Cincinnati was in there. Cincinnati's the truth in this one. So I went ahead and said Cincinnati. Next to it, MLB squad, the Miami Marlins hire Kim Enge as their first female GM. So my question to you, Jello, is how do you feel about females in the MLB, or not even just the MLB, but also in like the sports world? How do you feel about that?
It's great. Fuck what the haters say. And this woman, not only people say, oh, it's a woman, she's qualified too. I mean, women in sports is a great thing. There's no difference. Gender is the one difference there. That's about it. I mean, I think it's fucking awesome. But she comes in with 30 years of baseball experience. I mean, she spent the last 10 years as senior VP for baseball operations for the league itself. She already has 3 World Series rings. I mean, I think it's a great signing. And I mean, being a Rockies fan, I'm kind of mad we didn't try to bring her to our organization, but I'm pretty sure who was at Jeter's down there for Miami. So
yeah.
I mean, and they worked together with the Yankees at that point. So I mean, I think it's great. We've seen it with a few teams already. I think it should be bigger. There's a lot of qualified candidates that haven't really popped up, but I think it's great. And I mean, gender aside, she's more qualified than most men are in the league at this point. So
dead ass.
She earned it.
Tony, how do you feel about females in the sports world? There's a couple female coaches. There's a female GM. Like, what's going on with it? How do you feel about it? You're on mute.
I love it. It worked out great for the Spurs. I think it worked out great. I think it was San Francisco in the NFL, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it worked out great for them. I think it's time to start implementing it. No more bullshit. If someone's good for the business, someone's good for the business. That's all I got to say. It's all about business. It's all about money and entertainment. Yeah, so if she's going to bring that, then let her do what she wants to do.
I don't really got to touch up most on what you guys said. It's great. Like Tony said, if you're right for the job, you're right for the job. It shouldn't matter if you're a male or female, white, black, long hair, short hair. It doesn't matter. If you're right for the job, you're right for the damn job. And like Jello said, she spent 30 years in baseball. She has World Series rings. What's up, Tony?
I didn't mean to interrupt you like mid-sentence, but I just got to know, Cali or Colorado weed? Which one should I smoke right now?
Colorado.
I got some from NoCal, and also I got some from NoCo.
Colorado, easily.
All right.
CO. Colorado all day. Smoke weed every day. But anyway, yeah, like you guys said, I just think females in the sports world are where it's at, bro. It's got to be a thing. I think there should be more of it, to be honest. Yeah, this should help. Stop spamming caps. Bot, chill, bot.
Shit, it's on it.
I'm saying, bot, chill. Chill, bro.
Yeah, I get it, bot.
There should be more females in the sports world. I'm not even in front with you. But last question in the changing it up topic. We'll start with you, Tony. The NBA return play on December 22nd, 2020. Do you think this is too soon, for a startup, or do you think this is perfect?
No, I don't think it's too soon, and here's the reason why. We got a 3-month break in the middle of everything. They already got half of their off season. Let them fucking go. Let them fucking go. I want Christmas basketball. We always get Christmas basketball. That's what I want to see. I want to see NBA on Christmas. I wake up in the morning, I smoke a bowl, I have lunch with my family, I get drunk, and then I watch basketball. God damn it! And that's what's gonna happen. I'm not dealing with it this year. I'm watching some goddamn basketball on fucking Christmas.
That was some heavy-hearted shit right there. That's some heavy-hearted shit. Jello, the NBA to return play on December 22nd, 2020. So do you think this is too soon for a startup, or do you think this is perfect?
I mean, it's perfect. It's not too early. I mean, there was a couple players, like, complaining about it, but when you look at it, those are older players. I mean, so maybe for them, I mean, that's why they had issues with it, but, I mean, that's still a pretty big break, and you would think having the shorter offseason would be better when it comes to training, get your body back where it needs to be. And even just like how your team plays together at that point, I feel like it's better at that point. And I think there should be some surprise teams because of that. So, I mean, I think it's a perfect date. I was hoping to be a little bit earlier, actually. So, I mean, it definitely shouldn't be longer at that point. The longer you put this out, the longer, I mean, I know. All I'm saying is, I mean, perfect date. Wait for basketball to come back on. Watch the Lakers get that L on Christmas or something. Stuff like that. So that's all I want.
Yeah, I feel it, bro. I feel it. Honestly, my opinion, I think it's too early. I think it's way too early. I get they had some of their stuff, their little breaks in the middle and stuff like that, but not every team got to go to the bubble, which, I mean, I think those teams are probably ready for the season to start and stuff like that. But, like, the Lakers. So there's some teams that got 5 months to rest, 5 to 6 months to rest, and then there's some teams that are getting 2.5 months tops, a.k.a. the Lakers, Heat, teams like that. And I get the world's not fair, the sports world's not fair, but I just think they could have did a little bit better than that and maybe pushed it to January or maybe even the beginning of February if they were being bold with it. But I don't know. I think it's a little too soon, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how players react to the stuff, you know. So we'll see how it gets popping, bro. So we're gonna go on to our exit statements for the show. Jello, we're gonna start with you. We're gonna ask a couple questions real quick, and I just want a couple short answers, maybe a couple reasons why. So who's the game of the week for you to watch this week in the NFL?
I mean, game of the week, I'm gonna give it to the Seahawks and the Rams. I think it's going to be a good game. I think there's going to be some surprises, but I think overall, entertainment-wise, that's going to be the best game of the week.
I feel it. Week 10, most improved player, meaning who's going to improve most this week from last week? We're going to see a big change of play in.
That's a tough one for me. But I mean, I think I'm going to give it to Chase Edmonds. He had a good week last week. With him, I think there's going to be some surprises there, so I'm going to give it to Edmonds.
I feel it. Who do you think's the Week 10 most improved team? Like, what team do you think is going to be a big shock this week?
I mean, that's another crazy one, but I'm going to give that one to Denver. A lot of doubts around that team being so young, but I think there's going to be some nice stuff coming out of this week, so I'm going to give that to Denver.
Okay. And going through Week 10 so far this season, I mean, not necessarily with the crowds and stuff like that, but mostly with the weather, with the travel, stuff like that. Where do you think is the hardest place to play right now?
I mean, the hardest place to play so far, it looks like this year, it's probably going to be in Kansas City. So, I mean, even them in Jacksonville holding the most fans at that point. But I mean, overall, just stadium setup, the weather being another big one. And with the Chiefs being as good as they are in Kansas City, I think it's got to be there.
I feel that. Tony, we're coming to you with the exit statements. Who do you got as the game of the week to watch this week?
I'm going to take Broncos Raiders, to be honest with you.
Good ass game.
That's the reason why I said that they were going to win by 7, the Raiders. I hope I'm wrong. That's what I said. And we're going to see. It's always a good game.
They did say that, man. Who's your Week 10 most improved player? Meaning, what player is going to pop off this week that maybe necessarily didn't pop off last week?
Kyler Murray. I think your fantasy quarterback is going to play really well this week. I see him airing the ball out, and I see him scoring one rushing touchdown as well.
Okay. Who do you think is your Week 10 most improved team?
Vikings. Their record's not that great. I see them bouncing back. I see Dalvin Cook playing really well against the Chicago Bears.
I like it. And going through Week 10 and stuff, not necessarily with the fans, but mostly with the travel and the weather and stuff like that, where do you think is the hardest place to play so far?
Always Denver, the altitude. That's why all of the NFL kicking records pretty much are held in Denver. The altitude, it messes with your breathing, it makes kicking easier, all that. Unless there's that 90-mile-an-hour wind we got going on, I think it's going to be in Denver's favor.
Deadass. I like it. So my game of the week to watch, honestly, I'm going to go, and this one was tough for me, but I'm going to go Bills-Cardinals, 7-2 Bills at 5-3 Cardinals. I think the game will be closer than I think, but I'm going to go ahead and go with the Bills. But like you said, I like Kyler Murray in this one. I want to see the way they handle this, his little scheme, the way he plays. So I'm excited to see that game. My Week 10 most improved player, I'm gonna go with Tua. Honestly, and not necessarily most improved in the right ways. Maybe not. I think his arm is improving. I think his mind's improving. But I still just don't think he has the mobility that a starting franchise quarterback should have. So I think the Chargers are going to pop him a couple good times this week, and it'll bring him back to his Alabama days. Week 10 most improved team, Browns. Honestly, you guys bet on Texans. I'm going to go Browns just because they do have Nick Chubb back. I think Nick Chubb is a big factor in that whole team scheme. So I'm going to go Browns on that one. And then hardest place to play through Week 10, I'm going to have to agree with Jello on this one, Kansas City. Not necessarily because of the fans, but mostly because of the weather, the way it's always cold. And I know that cold is like crisp cold, too, where it hurts your bones. So I'm going to go ahead and go Kansas City with that one. Also because they're like 8-1, and it's kind of intimidating to go into their home and play them. So that's another factor in that. But yeah, that's our exit statements for this week. Those are our game of the week, most improved player, most improved team, and hardest place to play through Week 10. But that is our end of the show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. Like I said, drop comments for a chance to win that for our Rick T podcast T-shirt. You guys did your job, so let us go through the comments and see who is going to get that T-shirt, and we'll do our jobs. We appreciate you guys for coming, Jello, Tony. Thank you guys for being on the show again, once again. You guys
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got anything to say to these people?
No, I'm all good.
Keep coming.
Yeah,
Keep showing up. Let's get
up.
bigger and bigger. Let's break that 1,000 mark here soon.
Dead ass, bro. Let's get at least 15, 20 people in here in the next couple streams, bro. This boy said good luck tomorrow. I hope you're talking about your fantasy. My fantasy would be fine, Delon. Don't worry about me. I'm surprised you're still here. I'm a little offended that you said good luck. My fantasy will be fine. We'll be all right. We'll be fine. But again, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on Wednesday, and we'll go ahead and tally up the markers and see what's popping, man. Appreciate you guys, boys. Go ahead and rock out and see what's popping with it.
Beat Hogs Production Company.